No, she froze on us.
Did I?
Oh, yep.
No,
Yep.
no, I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not sure.
Well, let's be sure. You've had a really good look,
Yeah.
Liz, at what the apparent personal character is.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Can that personal character desire something? It's laughable, right? When you've had a look, it is laughable.
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
Good. No, it is. It's laughable.
Yeah.
Okay. And yet, desire still arises, doesn't it?
Yes.
Good. So what's the cause of that?
Life.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could just as easily say, consciousness.
Yes.
Just as easily. Consciousness, life. You could. Like, and I know you've tested this, Elizabeth. Like, we think we decide to walk out the front door and go for a walk. We believe, hey, it's me that's choosing to walk out the front, and now it's me that's walking down the street, and I'm maneuvering the body, and I'm taking one step after another, and it's me that's walking. When you have a look at that, you realize there is no me doing any bloody walking. There is just simply walking happening. But the me character always wants to step in and claim ownership of whatever it is that's happening. Always wants to claim ownership. Yeah. So, yeah, that's life. That's just the livingness. That's just, it goes into the same category as nature. Animals out in the bush, right? They're just acting from their natural instinct, nature, from their actual nature. So too are human beings.
Yeah.
The same thing is happening. Yeah, we're just endowed with this dualistic instrument, this mind, yeah, which makes us a little more complex. Like, we have the capacity to actually be able to sit here and do this and question this. Yeah, a dog or a cat or a horse or whatever, not only do they not have the capacity, but lucky them, they don't need it. They're just being naturally what they are. But so too is this body. This body is doing the same thing. Naturally what it is, what it's just naturally inclined to do, like, don't fall for the mistake, of this belief that, once you're awakened, you'll have no more desires. That's just bullshit. It's just not true. I could put a plate of pavlova in front of you, Elizabeth, or a plate of dog shit, and say, which one are you going to choose? It wouldn't matter if you're awake or if you're awake or not awake. You're probably not going to go for the dog shit. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So it's it's.
I suppose I was a bit fearful that it was just the mind going yakety yakety yak. That's all. So, yeah.
I know. But see, even upon waking to your true nature, we still need speech to be able to communicate. And speech is dualistic in nature. Speech. Yeah. So the fact that, and thoughts will still happen. Thoughts will still happen, and they work dualistically. But now what's the difference? Now you're resting in consciousness, your true nature, and then the mind and speech and seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, and smelling are all just portals. They're just tools to be able to exist as consciousness here, doing all of this. You know, if you remove the eyesight, it's consciousness that now can't see. Not a Christine or a Terrence or an Elizabeth or a Mark. Consciousness that can now no longer see without sight. The ears, it's now consciousness that can now no longer hear. Yeah, and the irony of it all is every single one of us sitting here right now are conscious. And all we've been doing our whole life is substituting this presence, this consciousness, this beingness. We've been substituting that with a character that the mind has created and calling this consciousness, this awareness, this beingness, calling it Elizabeth or Terrence. It's not an Elizabeth or a Terrence. It's what Elizabeth and or Terrence is seeking. It doesn't need, it's here, it doesn't need finding. Just the illusion of this being an apparent personal person needs to be seen through. That's all. Then the whole show collapses when you see that. That's why, you know, my method of guiding is all about trying to get somebody to see what they're not. You very often hear me sit here talking about what you are and trying to find what you are, and you know, if I'm talking here with a group that, you know, everyone's still identified with the me character, then that's what I've got to deal with. That illusion has got to be broken, seen through. Yeah. Then when that is seen, it's just like a house of cards. The whole thing just collapses. Then you're just left with
Thank you, Terry.
No worries, Liz. No worries.
So, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. But pronounce your name for me once more.
Vilos.
Vilos. Okay, let's see if I can remember that. Okay. Yes, go for it.
No problem. You can forget it. It's just a name, you know.
Fair enough.
So basically, I don't want to waste time and to tell a story how I came here. I think for now it's not important, but well, I want to ask if it's all consciousness, everything, the mind, the senses, the seeing, hearing, and so on. So basically, there's nothing to do. It's like if there's no me, so I can just be life, you know. I can go there and the things will be happening, and that's it.
Good. So what you're actually trying to say, I think, yeah, is just go along for the ride.
Yeah.
That's what you've been doing anyway, but with the illusion that somehow you're being in control, and you never have been, ever, 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 never, ever. Life has just been happening, and mind constantly steps in and takes credit for it. Like, a part of your question could be, correct me if I'm wrong, yeah, but a part of your question could be, oh, well, then if there's nothing to do, I might as well just sit here and do nothing. Good luck. Good luck. You couldn't possibly will to sit there for the rest of your life and do nothing. You couldn't do it. You'd be moved to do something, even if it was to get up off the chair to go to the toilet eventually, or go and get a drink of water, or you're constantly moved. Do you understand?
Yeah, but you know what? I understand. But sometimes
Good.
I'm waiting to I'm waiting for the real desire to go somewhere or to do something. Like I'm just doubting if it's my mind want to do that, or I really should go there. And it's like I want to know for sure. Like I don't know.
Okay. I just want to point out something that you just said that you missed. Okay?
Yeah.
You said, is it my mind? Is it my mind? Is it whose mind?
Yeah, I understand. It's
Yeah, and you might understand to a certain degree,
yes.
But even in your language, you're not aware of it, but you're still creating an idea of a me there. Or not you're still, but there's still an idea of a me being created. I don't know if you can catch it.
I'm not sure.
Okay. So, all right. So who owns the mind? Who's claiming ownership of mind? Yeah. Who's claiming ownership of mind?
Emptiness, consciousness. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. See, then don't. If you finish that statement with "I don't know," then don't say emptiness and consciousness. Listen to the last words you said. I don't know, and then we go, okay, good. You don't know, so don't just try not to fall into the trap, which a lot of us have done, including myself. Okay, of just parroting the right answer. If you don't actually know the right answer, don't parrot the right answer. If you don't know it, so I don't know. You with me?
Yes,
So,
yes.
Good. So the question comes back to my mind. Can you see how the statement creates a position for a person to claim ownership of the mind? Just sit with it for a sec. It's okay. And I'm glad you're pondering it. Yeah. Yeah. Like I could say, okay, let's just park that. Yeah. Let's just park that. And we'll see if we can catch it again. Yeah. Ask me anything else you want to ask me. Go for it.
Well, it's very interesting because I had some questions, but now I forgot them, and I'm just here, and I was very afraid to join. This is my first time.
You're doing good. You're doing good. It's all
yeah,
right.
And
yeah, it can be confronting in here. It can kind of be a bit confronting. Yeah, but look, you know, I've been calling this a truthful fact-finding mission for a long time. That's what I call this, a truthful fact-finding mission. And if we're prepared to engage in that, yeah, Jesus Christ, we can make up a whole lot of ground in terms of unlearning, not learning something, literally unlearning this idea of a self, this idea of a personal self, and my mind and my thoughts and what about my desires, and what about my this, and who's the my? And I'm not saying I'm not valuous. I'm not saying that you're saying that. I'm just making the statement. Yeah. Who is this my? You know, and it just slips out of our mouth and we don't even realize it. When we're engaged in question and answer, you know, in this forum, it still just slips out and we don't even notice it coming out of our own mouth. You can start to catch it yourself if you can start to watch really, really closely your own dialogue. Yeah, your own. You might be questioning something for yourself. Yeah, listen to your dialogue. Listen to it. Listen to it and see if in the process of trying to discover something or work something out, that during that process, it's also weaving an idea of a me in there. For example, I'd like for my mind to be able to quieten down enough so as that I can start to experience this stillness and this silence that people talk about. Did you hear a me being created in that statement?
Yes. Or maybe can you
Good.
repeat?
Okay. I'd like my mind to quieten down, to become more quiet, so that I can begin to experience this quietness and this stillness that people talk about.
Yes.
Did you hear?
Yeah. Yes. I heard, because you said I want to. Well, there's
good.
Good. Again.
Good. So it's catching it. You have to continue to catch it, to uproot it. You got to catch it. Like one of the common things that I say, especially if I'm feeling a bit feisty, you know, somebody might be going, oh yeah, but this is happening and that happening and that's happening and then this happens and that happens. And then they finish and I look at them and I say, who cares? Now, some people can be affronted by that statement. Who cares? It sounds like I'm flipping them off, which I'm not. What I'm actually asking is, who cares? And go looking for that within self. Who cares? Come back again. My thoughts. Whose thoughts? Come back again. Come back, come back, come back, come back. You see, it's just all product of mind. It's just mind chatter. All mind chatter. Yeah, and it's normal, because for a good, actually a huge portion of this whole journey, what we use along the journey is the mind and dualistic language. So it's useful. Otherwise, you guys would turn up here today and the meeting would start and I would just sit there in silence and say nothing.
Maybe that could work too, you know.
It can, when a person's ready for that. 100% it can. That's happened a lot in one-on-ones that I've done. Person turns up, hi, how you going? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, what's happening? Nothing, I'm just still. And I go, great, okay, let's just sit there with that. And that's it. And they sit there for an hour with me. Yeah. So getting confused as to, oh yeah, but is it my personal desire or is it just a natural desire that's arising? You know, and which one do I go with? You know, or is it my personal desire that I'm going? It's the wrong question. The question is, who's having the desire? Who is it that believes it's having the desire? You'll always come up with me until you don't. Until you don't. Because if there's confusion, if there's not, oh, I'm not sure, or yeah, that's the me character. 100%. 100%. I don't know if I've confused you more, Valis, or less, or I don't know, especially given it was your first time in here today, but.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm feeling more present being here. So
perfect.
And more joyful. So I think it's better.
Perfect.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure. Perfect.
Sure, could I chime in for a second?
Yes, Steve. Yes, please.
First of all, I want to thank everybody that spoke, because, as Elizabeth said, it really resonates. One of the Elizabeth with the desires, that they asked Nisargadatta why he smoked, and his answer helped me with similar situations. They said, you know, basically, why are you smoking? He had cancer, it was killing him. And he said, this body likes it, so I allow it. So what, I mean, that, and people go, so what I do is, when I'm faced, what I see is, when I have a decision to make like that, go here, go there, or this or that, when I create, and it's exactly the same with what Vilas said about signing on to for the first time. When my mind creates a story and I suspend my awareness and I experience the story says, well, what's it going to be like when I get there? And it's going to say, well, it might be like this, it might be like that, it might, and it can paralyze me. So I try to remember who's doing the allowing. Am I going to allow the mind to drag me around, or am I going to try to be? And what I find is, it doesn't matter. The decision really usually doesn't matter. And I'll add another thing to it. If I allow it, and satisfy the desire, another desire just pops up after that one's satisfied. It's a nonstop thing. And the story goes, well, when I get that, I'll be okay. That'll be it. And of course, you know, I've been doing that all my life. And whenever you get it, it goes, well, I thought that was enough, but now it's not. But that's all I got. I just, but everybody, all this is so helpful. So thanks.
Thank you, Stephen, as always. Thank you.
Hello, Terrence here. Just a quick, short little video to announce our next retreat being held on the 2nd, 3rd and 4th of August, just under a month away. That's a Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Friday evening in CEST time, Central European Summertime. It fits in well, that time slot fits in well for everybody in the United States, and obviously people that are in Europe. Not so good for people in Australia. Next time for people in Australia. So come along. There's a lot of you that follow me on YouTube. I respond to just about everybody that leaves comments. It would be nice for you to come along and join in on a retreat and stop being so anonymous. Come and join us. It'd be great. Come and ask any questions you have. Come and give any statements that you have. Share any of your experiences. should be a wonderful event. The last one was really good. Okay, so hope to see you then. Come and join us, and until then, stay present.